What's up, guys? My name's Sam Taggart, and we help sales companies scale, whether that's through recruiting, helping them train more, helping them grow as a business. And a big problem that a lot of people run into is they'll spend more money on ads and ads and ads, and they're like, I'm not getting the same lead quantity, and my return is going down. And so there's this thing called, and I'm going to go over 3 tips in this video on why door-to-door would be an awesome vertical to add, whether you're in HVAC, any contractor, plumbing. We've done it for dentists. We've done it for a lot of different industries. And what we found is it's just another add-on marketing strategy that a lot of people haven't considered because they're afraid of it. So I'm gonna break this down. Let's just say you spend X dollars on ads. What ends up happening is you're gonna hit this like pinnacle point where you've saturated your market as far as how much your dollars actually give you a double return. And now all of a sudden you spend $1 and it gives you a 1.5 return. Then you spend $1 and it gives you 1 return. Then you spend $1 and it gives you a half of these as you get into this. Does that make sense? So right here, you want to be like, I'm doubling, tripling, quadrupling my money. And what's interesting is in today's economy in the home service business, and trust me, I have data points across hundreds of millions of dollars of ad spend, because I have partners, lead companies like Solar Exclusive, Roofing Exclusive, and LeadWorks, and all these other marketers that spend millions of dollars on ads. And they're saying today it's about a 20% to 30% cost more to the home improvement or the solar company or the window cleaning company or whatever. And what's interesting is, let's just do that math. Okay, so let's say yesterday, let's say 12 months ago, we'll probably go 18 months. So let's say that I spent $1,000 on ads, okay? And so this is my ad spend. And that yielded what should be a good, and this is where a lot of companies struggle, is they don't really know what their conversion is. They're like, okay, this gave me, let's say, 100 leads. So it cost me $1,000. I got 100 leads, and it cost me about $10 a lead, okay? Well, what is a lead? Is that a name, a phone number? Is that a book demo? Is that a whatever? So then this is where people struggle, is they don't know how to go from here to saying, okay, let's say booked appointments, shown appointments, right? And then closed deal. So now you're like, okay, what's my real cost? This 1,000 got me 10. Let's say that this turned into, out of those 100, probably 20% will book. So we'll say this 20 booked. And so of these 20, we're going to say half of them show. So 10 of them showed. And then we'll say at a 20%, maybe 30% if you're really good, but 20 is probably a standard number to go off of. 20% of those close. So it cost me how much? Easy math, $500 to create basically per deal. So if I spend $1,000, it costs me $500 to get a deal. So now let's just say I'm making, let's say my net profit on my industry, I'm already spending $500 to create a customer. Okay, we just did the math. If I could take the same $500 to create a customer through door-to-door and go through a targeted customer, I am not now, so what happened, we'll fast forward 18 months. What's happening here is they spend $1,000 and now it's 30% more. So let's say now instead of $500, it's going to cost me, what is that? $600. So now it's $600. Maybe it's $700. So you're like, okay, I'm getting 1.3 customers, 1.4 customers, 1.5 customers per $1,000, not 2. So here's what's interesting. Door-to-door is up on the up and up. Because if I just keep spending money and I go, cool, I'm going to spend $5,000. That doesn't mean that my cost per customer stays at $500. What ends up happening is my cost per customer could go to $700, $900. And that's where that bell curve comes into play. So here's what's really interesting. Many of these people don't realize if they're going to spend more and they want to scale, ads is not always the greatest way to do that. And yeah, you might try different radio, you might try newspaper, you might try direct mail, you might try other things, but you're still playing a lead catcher, hoping your phone rings, hoping lead gets form filled. That's where people get stuck. Versus if you want to take a carnivore approach, door-to-door is a very, very reliable way to say, we're going to go to market. I have a certain amount of contacts. I have a certain amount of conversions. And I have a certain amount of demos booked, and I pay a certain value out of that. Because what ends up happening is people might spend 20 grand on SEO in a month that did nothing. They might spend 20 grand on a month that did great things, but they're still out the money. With door-to-door, what I recommend is people have a commission-based. And you can find people that are still today in this world, yes, willing to go knock doors at a commission-based. We've trained thousands, tens of thousands of them. And they eat what they kill, meaning you don't have to spoon feed them a lead and be like, here you go. And maybe that's been your experience because that's the culture you've been attracting. So what I would do is I would draw a strong line in the sand and I would say, here's my traditional business. So let's say I'm a roofer, I'm a plumber, whatever. I have my traditional, I spend ads, I give my closers leads, and they go close deals, right? There's traditional. So now you would draw a line here and you're going to call this like your outreach program or your door-to-door program. And you're going to say, cool, if I can go hire, let's just say 5 guys, and they all go talk to 50 people a day. And let's say they convert 2 to 3 of those and book demos. And let's say 1.5 of them show, and that's times that by 5. So now you're at like 7 or 8 shown appointments a day. And let's say 20% of those appointments show, or 20% of those close. So let's say 2 of the 8, or 20% of the 8 would be, let's just say 1. Cool. I got this one deal and I paid per appointment shown or per deal closed. I paid nothing for that. So how do I reverse engineer a pay scale? Really simple. You go in and you say, if I'm closing at 20%, and I know that I'm already spending $600 to $700 to $800 per deal, so that means if I'm at a 20% close ratio, 1 out of 5, meaning if it's $500 for my creation cost to be simple, I would then say $100 per SAT appointment, qualified SAT appointment. You're already spending the money. So if I paid somebody and I said, hey, every time you get me to show up to a qualified prospect's home, I will give you $100. You could do 3 or 4 of those a day. They're making $300 to $400 a day. And some 25-year-old kid that's hungry is going to be stoked on that. And guess what it does? It's the same thing that you're already spending on in marketing, except I can control this. And how unlimited is this? It's unlimited. There is no like diminishing return where I hit this in door-to-door. It only looks like this. Now, the nuance of door-to-door, so we're going to say this is the traditional marketing and this is D2D. The nuance of this is you have to manage people. Here, you're sitting behind a computer and you're like, more money at it. Okay, so do this. Hit that mark and then say, I got 3 guys. Now I got 10 guys. Now I got 30 guys. I can now expand. I can grow. And my risk on this is 0 because I don't pay unless they sit. Or if your risk goes down to a 5% close ratio, yeah, these got really expensive. But the reality is you're banking on a 20% close ratio here. And if it goes down to a 5% ratio, you're screwed here because you're spending the money already to get the leads. And so what I've found in so many people is they're afraid to go implement door-to-door because they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of the hardship that comes with it. They're afraid of like, what if the customer says, oh, you knocked on my door and they give you a review. All of that is just fictitious bullcrap. It's a limiting belief. The reality is door-to-door is not that hard. And if you need help with it, at D2D Experts, we literally train companies, we teach you how to recruit, we teach you how to pay, we teach you how to structure it, we teach you the training and onboarding. And we already have done for you technology and apps to track things, CRMs, all of the stuff kind of done for you. Here you go. So click the link below and schedule a demo with us, and we'll walk you through how we've implemented this with not 10, not hundreds, but thousands of companies over the last 8 years and a proven model for success. Happy to serve you. Go subscribe if you want to go watch other videos on door-to-door sales. And it doesn't matter the industry. We're here to help you, and we want to see you guys succeed.